Hey everybody, so what's happening with the market? Is it shifting? Is it dying? Is it going up? What's the deal with the market? Well, I'm here to give you a helping hand. If you're a buyer or a seller, I have advice for both of you. This is Noune, Boston area homes. If you love Boston and the suburbs and you're interested in real estate, this is the channel for you. Well, throughout the years, owning a home was proven to be a great investment. And let's remember that very few people own a home for 2-3 years. They usually stay there in their house for more than 7 years. So having a long-term house is a great antidote to all the ups and downs of the market. Yes, the market has slowed down, it's much more balanced, and this is a great chance for the buyers to buy a house now, and also for the sellers to use this time now before the interest rates go even higher. Almost all homes that were bought in 2007, before the 2008 recession, they recovered their value, and the values even escalated much more than that. I am in the trenches every day. You know, I'm writing 3-4 offers a week. I had a listing last week that had many showings and it's sold. I can't give you details, but it sold very well. Offer was accepted and the paperwork was signed. So the market is definitely not dead. It's slowed down a tiny bit. We're closer to a balanced market than a seller's market or a buyer's market. I want to give you a little bit of advice. If you're a seller in today's market in Boston and the surrounding areas, or even in a lot of different areas in US, and your house hasn't sold, number one advice, that means your pricing is a little off. It means that your listing is kind of become invisible in this market. To get it to be refreshed, you want to lower the price. If you don't feel like you should lower it a lot, just do a little bit. At least it will be refreshed. Advice number 2 to the sellers. It's almost inevitable that the interest rates will go up again in 2022. You want to be ahead of the market, not behind it, kind of chasing it, because if the interest rates go up higher, you will have even worse time trying to find the right buyers who will pay the full price. The market will slow down even more. So be proactive and lower the price now. My advice to my sellers is, if your house has been on the market for a while, instead of lowering the price a tiny bit, do a dramatic one. Creates urgency with the buyers, and when you have that kind of urgency, you have very motivated buyers. And another advice to sellers is, you might think that your house is worth $1 million because 3-4 months ago, your neighbor's house that is exactly the same has sold for $1 million. But the market has shifted a little bit, so you have to rethink. And also remember, as a seller, as a homeowner, you have a very subjective look at your house. First of all, it's all connected to all these wonderful memories of your family living there. It's hard to kind of separate yourself from the product, which is the house. So allow the real estate professional to give you their opinion of the price. Listen to them. Listen to the agent that you trust. Pricing it incorrectly in this market is a surefire way to stay on the market for a long time and then have price cut after price cut and then sell it for much, much less. And here's my advice for buyers. So we are in a more balanced market, which means for you that you can actually start doing inspections. You can hold on to your rights as a home buyer and have a mortgage contingency, and it's just wonderful. So use this time to get all that done and have your offer accepted. You might even be able to renegotiate the price to a lower price, which hasn't happened in the last 2.5 years. But I have to warn you that the homes that are priced on the lower side, they are beautifully staged and they are very nicely updated, still get multiple offers and still sell for more than asking price. Now you're thinking, oh my goodness, interest rates are up. I should wait until they go down. Well, the increase in interest rates might be offset by the slightly lower prices. So if you do your math, you might realize that you are in a better position now than you were 2 years ago. Getting a mortgage might be easier now than later in the year when the banks tighten their lending standards. When it comes to mortgages, remember you have many options. You can get a temporary mortgage, and then when the interest rates go down, you can refinance to a more permanent mortgage. I can appreciate, the thought that you're thinking, let's wait until a better time. But think about this. A lot of buyers might be thinking the same thing, and everybody's waiting. When you're ready to go back in the market and start looking again, the other buyers will be with you, and that will create again increased competition. Many economists' thoughts is that even if we are hitting a recession, it will not affect the housing market that much. I hope this was helpful. Watch my other videos.